What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the R.O.A.M podcast, the ramblings of a man. I'm your host, Bizziebear. So, I have to say this. Just imagine that everything you knew, or you thought you knew, about not just our country, but the world, was a total lie. It's been a lie since the beginning of America. But I'm really not going to get into that, per se. I'm going to say this. Not many people know or believe or want to believe that we've been ran by a select few from the beginning of time, since America was first founded. First founded by who? They say Christopher Columbus, right? And in the same story, because that's all it is, it's a story, they admit that he was not the first person that founded America. Because where did those Indians come from that offered peace? Do you really think that the Indians saw these ships with people wearing metal, or these big shiny things with sharp edges wielding them? Do you really think they thought, oh my God, they come in peace? Do you think Christopher Columbus and his boys came in peace? They founded America, saw a nice fertile land, and then saw these savages, per se, and I'm sure committed many crimes to get America. Now, how can they say he founded America when there was other people there? The BLM say that they've been oppressed. They built America from the ground up. Just them. Just them. What about the Indians? The Native Americans that's been here for way longer than the white man and the black man. But anyways, we are being told what to believe. Okay? And how can this happen? Money. They have the technology in their grasps to get rid of oil, get rid of gas, get rid of the grid of electricity. And I'm not talking about windmills or water vapors. No, I'm talking about Nikola Tesla. Elon Musk and his buddies are in the pockets of the George Soroses of the world, Bill Gates of the world. Now, what's his face? Mark Zuckerberg. Not Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg. Okay? Because the dude sucks. That guy's a shitbomb. To allow fellow Americans to be spied on, to be manipulated. It's sickening. It's disgusting, dude. Now, we Americans are opening our eyes, but we need more. We need more of you, more Americans to open their motherfucking eyes, okay? Open your mind and understand what is going on. Have a little bit of common sense. That's all you need. Just to see through these fucking lies from the media and all the entertainment business, all of it. Even NFL. Even the NFL is a sham. I mean, I have a video saved from, I believe it was Fox News or ESPN, one of them. Goodell admitted, saying the NFL is like the WWE. If Tom Brady won if he won 100 Super Bowls, it'd be great for the business, blah, 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 blah. I have it. I saved it. I'm sure you'll never hear that again. That's him admitting that they set up games, just like the referees, been caught, been put in prison to set up these games. Now, I'm going to show you a few people that you know, but I'm going to show you why they run the world. This is why. Get ready. You'll never look at America the same again, because I'm not. When we're being silenced on a daily just think these oligarchs who are cashing in on the quarantine are the same men who are censoring criticism of the quarantine. Now, just look at Bezos, Zuckerberg, Gates, Larry Page, Sergey Brin, and Bloomberg. Now, the Bloomberg group, everybody knows that. But anyways, just imagine look at how much they're making. 36.2 billion and 12.1 billion, the least. They're making so much more because they own everything. These people own everything about this quarantine and coronavirus bull. The virus itself, the patent to it, they have money at the Wuhan laboratories, the manufacturing of these masks, and they own the patents to the manufacturing of the respirators used on the patients that have coronavirus. Now, check this out. And it all starts with this guy, a Rothschild. His net worth, $500 plus trillion. Just imagine spending $500 trillion. All right? Then we have this breadwinner, Bill Gates, net worth $116 billion as of 2020. Now, this guy thinks he's so rich, he thinks he's a doctor. He's pushing his vaccinations out of this COVID-19 bull. That's why these people are making so much money. Oh, I'm not done yet. Check it out. And we cannot forget about this shit bum, Jeff Bezos, CEO of Amazon, net worth $184 billion. And I'm sure that's just what he's telling people. All right, now this guy, the Gates, the Rothschilds, all of them. Hold on. And least but not last, George Shitbum Soros, $8.6 billion. Now, what do all these people have in common? They all hate Trump. They all own the world. It's not just America, people. They own, their hands are in every pot, in every country. They can collapse the economy of any country, all of them together. Now, you're so rich. Just imagine being so rich with all your boys. You're so bored. Got everything you ever wanted. What's the next thing to have fun with? The public. And don't sit there and tell me, oh, that's bullshit. You're playing yourself if you don't think that this piece of shit and the rest of them are playing us all. So, what I keep trying to say to people is wake up, man. Wake the fuck up. We are being played and we're falling right into it. These people are so rich. We are nothing to them. These people were nobodies. Some of them were nobodies. They made their fortune. They bought what they wanted to buy. They had their fun. Now it's time to ruin the lives of humans because they want more people like them on Earth. Now, who believes in the AI system? Artificial intelligence, right? You all seen Terminator, what's that, iRobot, things like that. When the robot, the artificial intelligence of the robot gets so massive, so great, they turn on the human race. The human race, which, I'm sorry to say this, we are like the plague. We are a disease. We see, we go, we conquer, and we spread, and we multiply, and we take what we want. That's what a human does. Now, they're sending humans out into space next. Now, we don't know much about space, right? But what are we doing on Earth? We destroyed Earth. Now they're saying global warming due to human population. Now they want to depopulate the Earth. Bill Gates, George Soros. They want to destroy America. Why? Because every great empire has always fallen, no matter how great it was. The Mayan Empire was so massive and so great, bigger, way better than America in that time. And they fell from the inside out, they say, they think. The conspiracy theory behind it is they ascended. But by what we hear, from the inside out, they were destroyed from the inside out. A great empire, just like America, we're being destroyed from the inside out because our forefathers, the ones that founded America, made these laws, made a free country. You could be whatever you want to be. You got enough money, you know enough people, you can make it to the top, make your laws. You got the Congress, you got the Senate, now you can pass whatever you want. And that's exactly what happened. An infiltrators became president while they had the House and the Senate. They passed these laws to crumble America. The New World Order is real, people, and it's happening. But we, the people, have the right in our Constitution to fight back. And that's not a threat. I'm speaking for millions of people. If this keeps happening the way it's happening, don't think that us, the patriots, us, humankind, will not storm your shit and take our countries back. Because that's what's happening. They're pushing us to the limit to see what they can take from us. Now, I want to show you a clip. Now, I didn't want this video to be so long, but this will be the end. Check out this clip I'm about to show you with Alex Jones with his crazy theories, right? You'd think, oh, that guy's a nut job. Oh, yeah? For 20 plus years, this guy's been spot on. Spot on! Watch this. Alex Jones, and then Elon Musk confirms everything Alex Jones has been saying for 20-something years. Check it out.
Elite are all about transcendence and living forever and the secrets of the universe, and they want to know all this. Some are good, some are bad, some are a mix. But the good ones don't ever want to organize. The bad ones didn't want to organize because they lust after power. Powerful consciousnesses don't want to dominate other people. They want to empower them, so they don't tend to get together until things are really late in the game. Then they come together. Evil's always defeated because good is so much stronger. And we're on this planet, and Einstein's physics showed it, Max Planck's physics showed it all. There's at least 12 dimensions. And now that's why all the top scientists and billionaires are coming out saying it's a false hologram. It is artificial. The computers are scanning it and finding tension points where it's artificially projected and gravity's bleeding in to this universe. That's what they call dark matter. So we're like a thought or a dream that's a wisp in some computer program, some God's mind, whatever. They're proving it all. It's all coming out.
I think most likely, this is just about probability, there are many, many simulations. These simulations are, we might as well call them reality, or you could call them multiverse.
These simulations, you believe, are created? Like someone has manufactured?
They're running on the substrate.
Now, there's like this sub-transmission zone below the third dimension that's just turned over to the most horrible things, is what it resonates to. And it's trying to get up into the third dimension that's just a basic level consciousness to launch into the next levels. And our species is already way up in the fifth, sixth dimension, consciously, our best people. But there's this big war trying to, like, basically destroy humanity because humanity has free will, and there's a decision to which level we want to go to. We have free will, so evil's allowed to come and contend, not just good. And the elites themselves believe they're racing, using human technology to try to take our best minds and build some type of breakaway civilization where they're going to merge with machines, transcend, and break away from the failed species that is man, which is kind of like a false transmission because they're thinking what they are is ugly and bad, projecting it onto themselves instead of believing, no, it's a human test about building us up.
Well, that's the scenario. The merge scenario with AI is the one that seems like probably the best. Like
for us.
Yes. Like if you can't beat it, join it. That's
yeah.
You know. So from a long-term existential standpoint, that's like the purpose of Neuralink, is to create a high bandwidth interface to the brain such that we can be symbiotic with AI. Because we have a bandwidth problem. You just can't communicate through computers. It's too slow.
And so Google was set up 18, 19 years ago. I knew about this before it was declassified. I'm just saying I have good sources. That they wanted to build a giant artificial system. And Google believes that the first artificial intelligence will be a supercomputer based on the neuron activities of the hive mind of humanity, with billions of people wired into it with the Internet of Things. And so all of our thoughts go into it, and we're actually building a computer that has real neurons in real time that's also psychically connected to us, that are organic creatures, so that they will have current prediction powers, future prediction powers, a true crystal ball. But the big secret is, once you have a crystal ball and know the future, you can add stimuli beforehand and make decisions that control the future. And so then it's the end of consciousness and free will for individuals, as we know, and a true 2.0 in a very bad way, hive mind consciousness with an AI jacked into everyone, knowing our hopes and dreams, delivering it to us, not in some PKD wirehead system where we plug in and give up on consciousness because of unlimited pleasure, but because we were already wired in and absorbed before we knew it, by giving over our consciousness to the system by our daily decisions, that it was able to manipulate and control into a larger system.
Is this what I can collect?
Yo.
Again, as like nodes on the network, like leaves on a big tree. We're all feeding this network without questions and answers. We're all collectively programming the AI and Google, plus all the humans that connect to it, are one giant cybernetic collective. This is also true of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all these social networks. They're giant cybernetic collectives.
There's now a human counterstrike taking place to shut this off before it gets fully into place, and to block these systems, and to try to have an actual debate about where humanity goes, and cut off the pedophiles and psychic vampires that are in control of this AI system before humanity's destroyed.
Wait a minute.
Humanity is only
controlled of AI. How'd the pedophiles get in control of AI?
The pedophiles at a whatever level, the devil, whatever you want to call it, this interdimensional thing that gives them advanced off-world technology, the fallen one that's not of this world, is giving them advanced knowledge on how to construct these systems that have already been used before on other populations.
What? Is that Satan?
Well, what are you talking about?
Let's say.
But explain that. You're saying
Satan
something
becomes something that the stupid preacher tells you about, who's totally controlled, or something you read about on in the news or TV.
Right.
But this is an interdimensional force that wants to influence us to build something that absorbs us and kills us, rather than the divine free will we're given to build something much better that empowers the species. So the species is now making a decision about its entire future.
Where are you getting this from?
That's what it is.
But where are you getting it from?
I know, from looking at all the data, researching it, studying it, watching the enemy. That's the big decision that humanity has now got before us.
Humans and electronics all interfacing and constantly connected.
Yes. Constantly.
One of the things that I've been thinking about a lot over the last few years is that one of the things that drives a lot of people crazy is how many people are obsessed with materialism and getting the latest, greatest thing. And I wonder how much of that is, well, a lot of it is most certainly fueling technology and innovation. And it almost seems like it's built into us. It's like what we like and what we want, that we're fueling this thing that's constantly around us all the time. And it doesn't seem possible that people are going to pump the brakes. It doesn't seem possible at this stage when we're constantly expecting the newest cell phone, the latest Tesla update, the newest MacBook Pro. Everything has to be newer and better. And that's going to lead to some incredible point. And it seems like it's built into us. It almost seems like it's an instinct that we're working towards this, that we like it. Mm-hmm. That our job, just like the ants build the anthill, our job is to somehow or other fuel this.
Yes. I made this comment some years ago But it feels like we are the biological bootloader for AI, effectively. We are building it. And then we're building progressively greater intelligence. And the percentage of intelligence that is not human is increasing. And eventually, we will represent a very small percentage of intelligence. But the AI is informed, strangely, by the human limbic system. It is, in large part, our id writ large.
How so?
We mentioned all those things, the sort of primal drives.
Mm-hmm.
There's all the things that we like and hate and fear. They're all there on the internet. They're a projection of our limbic system. That's true.
No, it makes sense. And thinking of it as thinking of corporations and just thinking of just human beings communicating online through these social media networks as some sort of an organism it's a cyborg. It's a combination. It's a combination of electronics and biology.
Yeah.
Does this
In some measure, like, is the success of these online systems is sort of a function of how much limbic resonance they're able to achieve with people. The more limbic resonance, the more engagement.
Whereas, like, one of the reasons why probably Instagram is more enticing than Twitter.
Limbic resonance.
Yeah, you get more images, more video.
Yes.
It's tweaking your system more.
Yes.
Do you worry about or wonder, in fact, about what the next step is? I mean, a lot of people didn't see Twitter coming, that communicate with 140 characters or 280 now would be a thing that people would be interested in. Like, it's going to excel, it's going to become more connected to us, right?
Yes, things are getting more and more connected. They're, at this point, constrained by bandwidth. Our input-output is slow, particularly output. Output got worse with thumbs. We used to have input with 10 fingers, now we have thumbs. But images are they're a way of communicating at high bandwidth. You take pictures, and you send pictures to people. That communicates far more information than you can communicate with thumbs.
So what happened with you where you decided, or you took on a more fatalistic attitude? Like, what was there any specific thing, or was it just the inevitability of our future?
I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. This was futile. I tried for years.
This seems
Nobody
like a scene
listened.
in a movie.
Nobody
where
listened.
The robots are gonna fucking take over, and you're freaking me out. Nobody listened.
Nobody listened.
No one. Are people more inclined to listen today? It seems like an issue that's brought up more often over the last few years than it was maybe 5-10 years ago. It seemed like science fiction.
Maybe they will. So far they haven't. I think people don't, like, normally the way that regulations work is very slow indeed. So, usually there'll be some new technology. It will cause damage or death. There will be an outcry. There will be investigation. Years will pass. There will be some sort of insight committee. There will be rulemaking. Then there will be oversight, eventually regulations. This all takes many years. This is the normal course of things. If you look at, say, automotive regulations, how long did it take for seatbelts to be implemented, to be required? The auto industry fought seatbelts, I think, for more than a decade. Successfully fought any regulations on seatbelts, even though the numbers were extremely obvious. If you had a seatbelt on, you would be far less likely to die or be seriously injured. It's unequivocal.